So we can't let things go on without talking about our hot topics.
No.
Don't you think we should? I
No,
mean, at
we
least
can't.
one hot topic.
We can't not talk about our hot topic.
We cannot. And so today, it's funny, guys. So, you know, usually we try to be brief with each other, but again, I have not recuperated from California. And so I'm like, hey, hot topic. And she's like, well, what's yours? I'm like, well, what's yours? And then we looked at each other, I go, mine's Cheesecake Factory. She goes, that's mine too. So we do not know if you all have been keeping up with this whole storyline that has gone viral. And so it is about a young lady who is going on a first date, and the gentleman pulls up at Cheesecake Factory, correct?
Correct.
And she what?
She balked. She was like,
She refuses to get out the car.
yeah, she was like, is this Cheesecake Factory? But like I asked Dr. Patience, I was like, I always be wondering sometimes when these things go viral. I'm like, did they set it up to tape it so that they, you know, hoping that it would go viral, and she was really cool with it, but she wanted to show up like she wasn't cool with it, so I don't know.
Me either.
What y'all think?
But it definitely went viral.
It did.
And it's caused an outcry amongst the viral community.
Because people like
Cheesecake Factory. And
Cheesecake Factory.
one about Cheesecake Factory, and if it is appropriate for a first date.
Yes.
And then just the makeup of women and expectations, and men who are trying to court and date women whose expectations might not be the same as theirs. And you know, I don't know, this to me is so much bigger than a Cheesecake Factory. Right?
Oh yeah, but Cheesecake Factory appreciates the publicity.
Because they are getting a lot of business from it.
So you said something that was very interesting.
Okay, friend.
About like, how did the conversation even begin in the date? Like when they were getting to know each other and setting up this initial date.
I'm like, how do you show up, right? I think it's important about how you show up. I said, when you are having this conversation, now granted, let me be very clear. I have been married for 17 years. I am not completely sure about how this process goes, only from clients and family and friends. But I am like, if you're do you show up and have this conversation about, hey, we're going to dinner, where would you like to go, or where are places that you like to go? Or I'm like, are you showing up? If you wanted Eddie V's,
are you showing up like Eddie V's in your conversation?
Are you showing up as Eddie V's material? Like, this is how people know. Or are you giving vibes of Cheesecake Factory? Now, I'm not saying anything's wrong with Cheesecake Factory.
But if your expectation
is not Cheesecake Factory, how are you? I tell people all the time in sessions, I say, you get to choose how you show up. So if you are expecting this extravagant steakhouse or, you know, seafood restaurant, then that is how you present in that dynamic with that particular person. The way you showed up or the way you presented yourself led this gentleman to believe it was okay.
That Cheesecake Factory was okay.
That it was okay. And so what is the lesson that we all learned from this?
Establish your expectations and how you show up.
Right, and I think an attitude of gratitude.
Yes.
I think sometimes we get lost in this, you know, how dare you take me to Cheesecake Factory, where it's like no appreciation. Like, you gave a great story.
Like the gratitude of that one, he was willing to take you out on a date.
On a date. I mean, like, and he was, you know, grace given. I mean, like, anything. It was just this attitude of like, if you could see the video, if you see it, she's kind of in that car like, I refuse to get out. I'm like, okay, sis, well.
But also reading the comments is a little funny though, because you know the viral world will take you to task on either side.
On either side.
And they were like, how are you talking about Cheesecake Factory when you have on a dress from one of a lower knockoff?
Y'all know she's talking about Shein. So she don't even got. I don't know why Dr. Dangerfield trying to pretend she knew what she was talking about. The comment people will eat you up.
Yes, they will. They were like, you have a lot of nerve.
Yes. I mean, in these dating, you know, I don't know about the dating world and how it is, but I just I thought it unfortunate
Okay, that's a good one.
I thought it unfortunate that we are in this season of expectation and that we will post on live social media to embarrass or to shame
like
someone.
I told you, which goes back to my question. It's like, was that a setup so that you can go viral? Because we know nowadays people want to go viral for it. Like it it pays to go viral. All those things to get your name out there. But at what cost?
Yes. But if you haven't checked it out, look at it. There's a whole list now going around places you can't take people for you can take people for a first date. And it's also, the thing I'm going to say to you out there in the dating world, and y'all probably like, shut up, Dr. Rachel, you've been married to Omari for 17 years. This is what I still don't say what I got to say. How do you choose to show up?
That's a good question.
And then after you decide how you're going to show up, clarify that y'all are on the same page.
Yes.
Because I don't want to hear you in my session complaining to me that you can't get a good dude and then you don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. That's all I got to say about that.
That's all she has to say.
My goodness. That's all I got to say about that. And my clients going to eat me up when they see me.
Well, they come to you for truth and they know you will serve it to them on a platter.
There you go. Always. Well, Brown Girl Banter, we do want to let you know that this is our final taping for the month of November. We will be back in 2024, which is crazy to even say, but it's like 60 days away.
It's not like y'all probably won't have time to miss us because it goes so quickly.
Yes, so please be sure to catch up, check us out. We are excited about November's episode.
Yes.
We are talking about grief. We understand what time of year this is, and we understand the importance of having the conversation around grief. And so we are excited about our special guest. You know, we love that. We bring the best to you.
Yes.
That's what we do, and so we hope that you get as much out of it as we did. We had a good time.
We did. We had a joyful time.
Yes. So we will see you all in 2024. Please reach out if you need anything. If you need any kind of mental health services, a therapist, please DM us so we can try to connect you wherever you are. But we are excited. So have a wonderful holiday.
Yes.
And we will catch y'all in 2024.
Right. Wow.
I know. That's crazy.
Wow.
Bye, Brown Girl Banter.
Bye, Brown Girl Banter.